Thousands of people drink coffee every day. It's a really good pick me up, and the caffeine can keep you going all day to get you through work, school, and other tasks that need to be done. But today I'm going to be talking to you about iced coffee, and in particular, cold brew iced coffee. The original iced coffee is said to have had originated in Algeria circa 1840. Recently, a new iced coffee trend has hit the market. This coffee is known as cold brew. While iced coffee is brewed hot and then poured over ice, cold brew has a bit of a different brewing method. There are many differences between iced coffee and cold brew, but what makes cold brew so much better than iced coffee? From brewing to undertones to taste to creativity, cold brew has proved to outdo iced coffee in every one of these aspects. First, we're going to talk about how cold brew and iced coffee are brewed differently. Iced coffee is brewed hot and then poured over ice. The bag is brewed double strong, so when the ice melts, the water doesn't dilute the coffee too much. Brewing hot and then making ice sometimes can get rid of certain tastes or make the coffee taste a little less bitter or weaker than normal. On the other hand, cold brew is ground on a French press grind, so the beans are very coarse. This leaves a lot of room to pull flavor and undertones out of the coffee. It is then steeped in water for about 20 hours. Certain places have different brewing methods, but for the most part, 20 hours is the average. In this 20 hours, the cold water pulls all the flavor and caffeine out of the bean, which creates a smooth taste. Next, we'll be talking about the undertones. The undertones in hot coffee can be very distinct. Sometimes, since brewing hot and pouring over cold, you tend to lose those undertones as the coffee is brewed double strong and the ice is watering it down. In cold brew, you will still get those undertones, and it really helps to bring out the origin characteristics of the single origin coffee through the way it is brewed. It also leaves a naturally sweet taste in the coffee, which is very interesting. It's not super sweet like adding sugar sweet, but it's less bitter than normal coffee. This leads into taste. The taste is very important to cold brew because besides for the caffeine, what else are you judging your coffee on? The taste is definitely less acidic. Brewing it in cold water reduces acidity, which also makes the coffee taste a lot smoother. The brewing method also creates more body, so it almost feels heavier on your tongue, and you get to really enjoy those flavors and undertones to their fullest extent. It's also a little more mellow tasting, so you're not getting that strong bitterness of coffee that you usually get. It is smoother and less acidic than normal. Besides for the undertones, taste, and how it's brewed, cold brew is one of the most creative brewing methods for coffee, and a lot of people might be questioning as to why creativity has anything to do with coffee. But lately in the United States, coffee art has become a very big thing. A lot of the times you see latte art, which is a form of coffee art, and that's how people brew the froth the foam and pour it, which is very creative and actually gained a lot of hype over the past few years. Cold brew is another form of creativity in the coffee world. The beans and everything and how it's ground is the most creative way to make iced coffee that has come around so far. And although iced coffee is a quick and easy method of brewing coffee, it does not even compare to cold brew in flavor and mouthfeel. The 20-hour steeping process brings out the coffee's origin characteristics, which is very important to the coffee's flavor. This brewing method makes the coffee less acidic and brings out a smoother mouthfeel to consumers. It also brings out a naturally sweet undertone in the coffee beans without adding any extra sugar and milk. And for people who are really into the art of coffee, this is one of the most creative brewing methods. Although iced coffee and cold brew have very many differences, you can still customize your coffee how you please. So a lot of people believe that because they're getting cold brew, they cannot add milk and sugar like they do to their regular iced coffee. But in fact, they can add milk and sugar or different flavors like caramel to make their coffee taste better or exactly how they like it. Overall, this brewing method is proved to create a completely better coffee tasting experience than regular iced coffee. And as someone who works in the coffee industry, most of the people tell me that they prefer cold brew over regular iced coffee, especially the baristas. But cold brew can have its challenges, including the way it is brewed and how the baristas handle it. Although brewing method is complex and can take 20 hours, sometimes if brewed incorrectly or not right, the coffee could taste more bitter. But if done correctly, it should be a much more enjoyable experience than iced coffee. Thank you.